God can do more literally in a few seconds than you can do in years. Right. Think about that. My own testimony, back in 1999, I was still pastoring a church down in Fort Myers, Florida. We'd planted it in 92, so in that decade, the 90s was a crazy decade for us. We planted a church, went back to seminary, we had our fourth child, I was traveling. I mean, all this stuff was like, we were homeschooling. What were we thinking, Shelley? It's like, what were we thinking? Like, but one time, one of my sons said, Dad, he goes, what? He goes, when do you sleep? I go, what do you mean? He goes, you're always awake when we go to bed, and then you're always awake when we get up. So when do you sleep? I said, I don't recall sleeping, personally. But it was in that time that I was starting to travel more and do more prophetic ministry, and that was happening more and more, and it was just kind of growing in me. And we had come to the conclusion that it was time for me to go full-time into traveling ministry. My wife said it very clearly, as she does. She goes, you need to either pastor the church or travel, one or the other. You can't keep doing both. Right, Neil? Yeah, so then, as I was praying, I felt like I was hitting a ceiling. I needed a breakthrough of some kind in my ministry, and it's like I hit this like wall, ceiling, whatever you want to call it. And I remember praying, and here's how the Lord put it. He goes, to go to the next level, you've run with the prophets. Now you need to run with the apostles. I went, oh, great. First of all, I have 3 questions, Lord. What? What's an apostle? It's 1999. We're still trying to figure it out. Where are the apostles, and who are they? I had 3 questions. Okay, fine. What are they? Where are they? And who are they? And so that year, I was invited to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, to do prophetic meetings at Grace Church, where I've been for 21 years. And had all this going on in me. Where am I supposed to travel from? So do I stay at my church? Do I move? Who are the apostles? All this was running in me, and I was kind of frustrated, and I was like, I'll just come up with plan B and C and D. And I get to Chapel Hill. I stay at Jerry Daly's house, who's an apostle. And the first morning, I flew in at night. We'd start meetings the next day. First morning at the breakfast table with Jerry, and we're just really getting to know each other. And I shared all that was going on. I just kind of bleh all over the table. Here's what's going on with my life. And here's the mark of an apostle. They see the architecture of someone's calling. They can see the blueprints. Paul called himself a wise master builder, hence your network. Architecton is the Greek word where we get the word architect. They're spiritual architects, and they can see the blueprints of people. And as I shared all that was going on in my transition and my questions in 30 seconds or less, 30 seconds after I'd been praying for about a year or more, working through, God, how do I do this? Where do I? In 30 seconds, he laid out the architecture of what I've been doing for the last 21 years. He looked at me and says, well, brother, I think you should move here, base your ministry out of Grace Church. I just lost a prophet on my apostolic team, so God said he was going to send me another one. I think it's you. Join my apostolic team, and we're starting a Bible college. We'll help you launch. You can help us launch that. What? Suddenly, God had answered all my questions in 30 seconds. I had a breakthrough. It took us a year to get there, but we moved to Chapel Hill in 2000. I've been there for 21 years and doing exactly what he said. We started what was Grace College of Divinity, just became Manna University. We're now a full university offering doctoral degrees, and I've been basing my ministry out there for 21 years. And, it's just like, that was a breakthrough. And God did it in seconds. Now, the ramp up was torture, trying to work it through. But see, God was doing something in me.